responsible, right? And then like the opinion part was the part that like went off in crazy land. But those two like segments of Fox News have like basically morphed at this point, where like their news people are like just like old opinion people from like I don't know, like 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that would fix though, because I feel like you're gonna just get the Tucker Carlson's. You're gonna get a loophole to say, I'm just asking questions. I'm not stating this as fact. It's not defamation technically, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, X, Y, and Z, and people are gonna take that as fact, even if it's not, right? Because they just trust it, like, oh, he's just asking questions.
Man, that just
that's just like silly, Caleb. Because like there have been like plenty of examples where like Fox News has just like made up facts, right? And they've like basically what they do, right, is they have like Fox and Friends in the morning where they'll like ask it as a question kind of thing in Fox and Friends, right? And then they'll like when they get to the harder news elements in like the midday, right, they'll like just like well, this is an interesting thing to like look into, like who knows, like maybe it could be like this, right? And then you get to the opinion people and they'll just state it outright as like this alternative fact is in fact a fact, right? But like what I'm thinking more of like is like the things that like Fox News was recently sued for.
You mean the defamation thing?
Yeah, the defamation thing, and then there was like another one where I forget what the result of the court case was, but they were like
the Dominion one.
There's the Dominion, right, and then there's like so they just paid out a huge settlement with Dominion. And then there was like I think it was like a specific person that they lied about someone who was like at January 6th. They said like someone was like a cop or something, and like he wasn't. I forget exactly what the case was, right? But like those types of instances, right, should be like not just like a fine, right, or like not even a fine, right? Like it wasn't like there was any like government agency that actually like slapped Fox wrist on the hands for like doing that type of like insane reporting, right? What happened was that the people who like got libeled, right, they were like studious enough or they were like smart enough to like sue Fox News for like libel or whatever.
Are you concerned though that people like Trump or like with ABC, for example, are going to exploit that and try to like strip accreditations or change the FCC laws to intentionally get rid of news organizations that they don't like, or at least overwhelm them with lawsuits to where they sort of just give up?
I would have been frightened of that, but like that's happening now anyway.
Right. That's right.
So I just don't care. So like basically like the Trump administration has allowed like sites like Newsmax into the press pool. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but that's my concern. I think you would just
used to be for like Reuters and like the AP Wire. You know what I mean? And now it's like Newsmax has like a permanent place in there. So like they're already like doing everything they can to kind of like delegitimize like legacy media, the kind of like factual reporting, and like legitimize the kind of like sensationalist reporting that's like new media or whatever. So they're all doing everything they can to do that. So I'm not too worried about like.
But you don't think that your system would exacerbate that even more?
It may. Like the truth is like there's always a worry when it comes to like who watches the watcher type situations, right? Like the Supreme Court in America has way too much power by my lights right now, right? And it's like the reason that they're able to be so like detrimental to like America as like a project, like the American project, quote unquote, is that like they they're like the power of the agency, right? Or like not the agency, the power of the like what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, who cares? The power of the Supreme Court, right, is like is the type of thing that like in a responsible democracy can't really be curtailed meaningfully, right? But if you get like people in place that like have no scruples, have like no my brain. They have no like allegiances to like things like stare decisis or stuff like that, right? Then there's nothing like they can just misapply like the huge amount of power that they have and like be like horrendously detrimental, right? And a good Supreme Court can like apply the power that they have correctly and be like tremendously like useful and helpful. So like I don't think there's any solution to like the who watches the watcher problems. You just have to hope that you like. Yeah, this guy.